Well, leave it up to Chris Propfe from his channel Musically Obsessed to come up with another great thread. So this one's Show Me Your Atco, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm JT, I'm back in the record room. Welcome back to another video. And a little bit about Atco Records. That stands for Atlantic Company or a corporation. And Atco started actually in 1955 as an offshoot of Atlantic. And Amit Ertegun and his brother gave Herb Abramson their blessing to go ahead and start a label that would focus more on popular artists rather than the blues, the jazz, the R&B, and the soul artists that they had, like Ray Charles, on Atlantic Records. So that's what they did. The offices were right on Broadway in Manhattan in NYC. So just fantastic. And I'm going to go ahead and start with something right here. This is really the first group that they really got behind. And that, guys, that's the Coasters. And this is from 1957. Great record. This, I believe, is their very first record for the Coasters. Let me show you the back songs here. Get that pretty close so you can see that. And this is on Atco 33-101. And the label. And the next artist that Atco wanted to promote was an artist that I almost got to meet. My dad and I, at the McCarran International Airport, Las Vegas, Nevada, in the early 70s, we were standing right next to him. And I was just waiting for my dad to introduce me to him. And that's, guys, that's Bobby Darin. And this is That's All from 1959. And, you know, my father introduced me to so many entertainers back in the day when I was a little kid that I just thought he was going to do it. And he didn't do it. He didn't want to bother him. And he was in a jeans jacket, Levi jacket, looked really cool. Never forget, jeans jacket, white shirt, Levi's, and he was all by himself. And very soon thereafter, we found out that he had passed away because, you know, Bobby Darin had that heart condition that he knew all his life that he wouldn't live possibly past the age of even 40. So sad about Bobby Darin, great artist. And let me show you. This has Mac the Knife on it and Beyond the Sea, which in France, that was La Mer, the famous pop single from France. And actually, they did it first, I'm pretty sure. And there's the songs. Let me show you. A great label with Mac the Knife and Beyond the Sea. Again, this is from 1959. And moving on into the 60s, here's a couple from Los Angeles that really were just so huge in the mid-60s, and that's Sonny and Cher. And this is the best of Sonny and Cher on Atco. And, you know, for Sonny Bono, really, really great songwriter, for writing The Beat Goes On and I Got You Babe alone. That's all he really needed to write, but, you know, he wrote a lot of other very, very good songs. And Cher, what a stylist vocally, fantastic. Great presence and look with Cher, and great career for so many decades. So this is cool to have. And they were a real big act on Atco in the mid 60s, late 60s. And here's some of the songs here. And next up, moving, well, actually the same year. This is 1967 as well. I'm going to show 3 records from 1967. And this is a band I love so much. I grew up with them. The first record, their debut album, Buffalo Springfield. But this is Buffalo Springfield again. And this is, you know, so many, this is their favorite album by this band. You know, you have Bruce Palmer, Richie Furay, Stephen Stills, Dewey Martin. Who am I forgetting? Oh, Neil Young. Right. Neil Young was it. It's still early. Yeah, it's snowing out, guys. We've had a pretty kind of a dry winter, and we're getting a lot of weather in. So yeah, Buffalo Springfield again from 1967. And here's the songs. Let me get close on this. All right, and you know, I love showing these inner sleeves for Atco. I'll just get close up so you can see a few of the artists. And again, the same late 60s label. And the next artist, also from 1967, Vanilla Fudge. This is very lucky to have this copy. Very, very clean. So many great songs on this. You Keep Me Hanging On, and you have Ticket to Ride, People Get Ready, Illusions of My Childhood. There's part 1 and 2. Take Me for a Little While, Eleanor Rigby cover, Bang Bang. But You Keep Me Hanging On is the big one, right? So Vanilla Fudge from 1967. Yeah. Again, on the late 60s, 1967 era label. And here's a band. Now we're moving on to 1968. But in 1969, I was 12 years old, and I brought this record into my classroom for lunch. And my teacher at Lake Tahoe, Miss Nelson, allowed me and my 2 friends to listen to In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida and this record, Iron Butterfly, on that lunch break. And I'll never forget it. It paved the way for me in so many ways. I was just a 12-year-old kid in 69 listening to this record. And I believe I teefed it from my sister's record collection, or I think it was her older boyfriend. My sister was 15 at the time, and Ed was about 16. Yeah, that's where I got it. That's where I brought it into school. Oh, I gave it back to him too. And here's In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida on Atco. And now they went on to the yellow label around this time, depending on the pressing, right? And for the next band I want to show for Atco is a band that I really love, and I love these artists. And this is from 1969. You have Ginger Baker, Eric Clapton, Steve Winwood, Rick Gretsch, and that's Blind Faith. And too bad we didn't get another album out of these boys. Every track on this is just they're bangers, all of them. I mean, you've got Had to Cry Today, Can't Find My Way Home, Well, All Right. You've got Presence of the Lord, Sea of Joy, Do What You Like. Awesome. Blind Faith, 1969. Let me do a close-up of that. Another group from 1969. Now this had Chris Wood on flute from Traffic and Noel Redding from the Jimi Hendrix Experience, guys, and that's Fat Mattress. This is a cool record to have. Psych, blues, really, really cool. Let me show you the gatefold. All right, and the next record, I'm going to move on to 1976. This is a band that lost Peter Gabriel, and when they did, the drummer pretty much said, you know what, I got this, I can sing, and that's Genesis' Trick of the Tail, and I love this record. This is in my top 3 of all Genesis records. I love A Trick of the Tail, absolutely. Again, yes, 1976. This whole record just plays wonderfully. And quickly, the inner gatefold. And this is interesting. This is on a second press Atco, or a third. But this record is so clean, very happy to have that. And now, this artist, Brian Ferry, Roxy Music, this is Greatest Hits. Really cool to have this one. This is a comp from 1977. And this has Love is the Drug on here, Mother of Pearl, A Song for Europe, The Thrill of It All, and Street Life. Let me show you that. And yeah, Atco did other Brian Ferry solo albums. All of my Brian Ferry solos are all on Atlantic. So there's the custom label for the Atco for this Roxy Music comp. Really nice to have. And the very last record, here's an artist, this is we're moving on to 1979. Very, very synth, new wave. And this record came right after Replicas in the same year of early 1979. And this is The Pleasure Principle. And Gary Newman. And yes, we know this has Cars on it. Nice to have this one. So Pleasure Principle, here's the songs here from 1979. And this has been a really fun thread. Thanks, Chris. He's from Chris Propfe from Musically Obsessed. Great channel. And here's the inner sleeve for Gary Newman. And a very, very different Atco label. All right, that was fun. So show us your Atco. The thread's been going on for a little while. And thanks again, guys, for watching. And I'll see you real soon. Cheers.